Hey there, welcome to another video on Jay's Calming Corner. Today I am going to show you some pictures from a recent trip to Hawaii. So this is my first time in Hawaii. It was on the island of Oahu, which has Honolulu on it, which is not the biggest island, but it is the most populated. And we were on the northeast end. So these first are pictures from our rental. It was beautiful. And I hear the sound of crashing waves, which actually I have that on a different ASMR video. I feel like those white nature noises. So I always love the palm trees. I love it. I didn't grow up around palm trees. And just thought I'd share kind of step by step. We were there for, it was 5 or 6 days. And I'm just actually finishing up the vlogs on my vlog channel about it, so you can watch that too. But coconut trees, I love how there are just vines growing on everything. Sorry that you can probably hear the loud car from outside on the street, but beautiful trees, and love seeing the different little mountains and islands. So I would love to hear if you have ever been to Hawaii or an island. My first time going to an island was to New Zealand last fall. And one of my good friends here on YouTube invited me over at her place. We actually did some ASMR videos together. She has a much bigger channel. You can go check hers out. I'll link down to it below. But that was my first time on an island, and that video that I will be doing is probably a half-hour long, but I just had less time today to film, so I thought I'd share this shorter journey with you. Such beautiful, beautiful mountains. I actually did a craft on my crafting channel, just kind of honoring how the beautiful green lushness that they have there. So one of the absolutely favorite parts was going to, I think it's called Hanama Bay, and all of that stuff in the water is coral. So the waves crash against the coral, and tons of little fishies live on the inside. So we got to rent some snorkeling gear. It's my first time ever snorkeling. I was not fantastic at it, but I still really enjoyed it, and I look forward to doing it again. So here you can just see all the people. You had to be careful that you weren't stepping on the coral. You don't want to damage it, obviously. But I love the bright pops of color, all the swimsuits and the umbrellas and all that. We got a little bit sunburned, some of us worse than others, but I wasn't too bad. Just breathtaking. It's the kind of stuff you see on a postcard, but to see it in person, I love it. I don't love humidity, so I don't know that I could live there all the time, but it's great for a vacation. I found this, I'm pretty sure this is a bleached coral that came up on the sand. I love getting those close-up shots of texture things, so you'll see some of those pictures throughout my nature photos. Like the sand, I love looking at sand on different beaches. It's different in Fiji than it is in New Zealand, than it is in Poland. In Poland, there's little tiny bits of amber in the sand on the Baltic. So they call it paradise for a reason. It's very beautiful. And these pictures, actually, the tall grass was kind of swaying. And it was funny because I learned that Jurassic Park was filmed on this island. It just kind of made me laugh with this, fluttering grass and thinking of a raptor. But they've, I guess, filmed a lot of videos on this island. So as you can tell, I fancy myself a photographer. Just trying the different angles, different looks. I will say I mentioned also Fiji, so I've been on 3 islands, New Zealand, Fiji, and Hawaii now. And I will say that Fiji was the hardest. I'll have those pictures in another video, but it's so tropical, where I feel like New Zealand and Hawaii must be subtropical, or just not so sweltering. So near the end of the time, when I had actually gone back up and I was taking these pictures, my family was still down there, a seal came up on to the beach and hung out. So after this, we were pretty tired, but we wanted to go on this hike that was nearby. So this is about how far up I made it, which was only not even halfway. But you can tell we still did a lot of walking on these railroad ties. It was very, very hot. And here you see that's the rest of the way, all the way up to the top of the mountain. My brother and my nephew went significantly higher than myself and my niece did. But it'd be worth it if we weren't already so tuckered out from so much swimming. So I just tried to take some drive-by shots of cool islands. So that was our first full day, was just going and snorkeling and hiking, because it was maybe like 45 minutes from where we were staying. And then we went to a Polynesian Cultural Center, and then we went to our temple, our church's temple, and they just have such beautiful, beautiful what do I want to say, landscaping there. So these are some of the flowers, right? These are, I want to say they're hibiscus, but they're not. These are the state flower. Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't eat me alive if I'm wrong. These I thought were so cool. It's like they're flowers, but it's also purple leaves with green leaves. I don't know. They're so intriguing, and there were different colors. There was the purple, and there was also the pink that you'll see. I don't know that I would ever be into plants enough to really put in the time to learn the different kinds. I certainly did enjoy a plant life class at college, but I will always enjoy the beauty that nature gives us. And I guess that's why I decided that I'm making this series of videos. So the first video I have out is Idaho, where I am currently living, where I did a good amount of growing up. Pretty much all southern Idaho. And I'll be having Fiji and New Zealand, a few different states in the US, a little bit in Canada. And you know what? Eventually this fall I'm going to Costa Rica for my birthday. First time. So I am very blessed right now that I work for an airline. So it's kind of forcing me to be adventurous, because I want to make sure I take advantage of the benefits of being able to travel much more affordably. So here's a little bit of picture and pictures of like from airplanes and of our temples more up close. Those will be in a different video. And the animals. Just thought I would do it by theme and location. So bird of paradise is what those flowers are called. These little guys, I'm not sure what they are, but they make me think of an orchid and bees buzzing around. I'm curious if you have a favorite flower. Make sure to comment down below. You know, it's probably changed over the years. I don't even know if I know the name of my favorites, but I used to absolutely love Alströmeriums, which you'll see in the New Zealand video. These are really cool trees. They were every two, and it just makes us think of like the Africa Serengeti, not so much Hawaii. I don't know. They just didn't seem tropical like the palm trees, but they clearly are. So more of these guys, they just popped out to me a lot. You can kind of see the size compared to my hand. Just little guys. But yeah, I mean, I do like the stereotypical rose. And I think, I don't know, I was taking my dog on a walk just a few minutes ago, and I saw some beautiful flowers that have like a purple petals and then a bright orangish yellow center. I like those. Also the ferns are really fun. And I'll be honest, some of these are just slightly different angles because I had it on a selfie stick trying to walk around and do things with the family while still taking pictures. So maybe it was a little silly that they kept them all in here, but I have a hard time letting go of the variety. They all kind of have their own little potential. So on our last day there, we actually had to stay longer than we expected. We went up to the very north side, and watch some surfers, and these were just some of the waves. Much crazier than when we went ourselves. Or you know what? Yeah, this was the last day. So this is a little out of order. This is before, the day before. Beautiful sunset on this beach. It was a beach that was much closer to a rental, but the sad thing is that I got to see the true effects of pollution. There was so much random pieces of plastic washing up. I took a picture in my vlog on my other channel, and there was this huge mass of nets that I tried so hard to be able to pull out of the water, but I just couldn't reach it safely. But anyway, just a good pondering picture. I could, if it wasn't for sunburns, I would just sit out there all day and just watch the waves crash. This was another kind of fun texture picture, as I call it. As we were leaving Hawaii, I wanted to take a picture of the little waves in the ocean. So, I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you have a wonderful day and that you join me for the rest of my series. We'll see you next time.